Welcome back to the Plant Myth Files, the series where we look at fruits, veggies, and foods through a detective's lens instead of a diet book. So far, we've uncovered anti-nutrients, irritation, inflammation, fiber myths, and all the sneaky ways that plants can turn on us after 50. But today's episode answers the one question everyone is secretly asking. Do I have to quit plants forever? And the short answer is no, not even close. Carnivore is not a religion. Low plant is not a life sentence. Your body isn't fragile, it's simply communicating. So today we're talking about how to reintroduce plants safely, smartly, gently, and intentionally so that you actually get clarity instead of chaos. Because eating plants isn't the problem. Eating the wrong plants in the wrong amounts at the wrong time, that's what triggers symptoms. This episode gives you the structure, the timeline, the system, the confidence. So you're not guessing, you're investigating your own biology. Now let's go ahead and dive in. Here's the thing. Once you pull irritating plants out for a while, whether you went carnivore, keto, or just low fiber, your gut finally calms down. Inflammation settles, motility improves, symptoms disappear, your digestion goes from chaos to quiet. But here's the trap most people fall into. They feel amazing, they get excited, they add everything back in all at once, and then boom, a full-on digestive meltdown happens. Not because plants are bad, but because your gut needs structure to know what it can handle again. Think of it like testing skincare. You don't go from sensitive skin to 20 product routine in one day. Add one thing at a time. You watch, you learn, you adjust. Your gut works the same way. This episode is your reintroduction roadmap, the safe, sane, science-based method to figure out what loves you back and what needs to stay off your plate. Now, not everyone is ready to reintroduce plants right away. I get that. Here's how to know if your gut is ready. You're having effortless bowel movements, no straining, no urgency, no spasms. Your bloating is minimal or gone, and you're not puffy by dinner time. There's no joint inflammation flares. Morning stiffness is significantly reduced. Your energy is stable, no more afternoon crashes. The gut feels quiet. This is the biggest sign, the calm, steady, peaceful feeling. Now, if these are true for you, you're probably ready. If not, it doesn't mean failure. It means your gut still needs more time to heal. And healing time is not punishment, it's self-care. Now, this is the heart of today's episode. The method is simple but powerful. Introduce, observe, measure. Let's break down each part. Step 1, introduce. Pick one plant food to test, not 3, not a whole salad, not a smoothie. 1. You're looking for foods that are low in oxalates, low in lectins, low in FODMAPs, easy to digest, cooked, peeled, and gentle. Start with something like zucchini, yellow squash, peeled cucumber, iceberg or butter lettuce, blueberries, just a few, avocado if you tolerate it. You want the softest, least offensive, least braggy plant on the plate. Because the goal here isn't nutrition, it's clarity. Eat a small serving, not a mountain, not a bowl, just a few bites. Then wait. Patience is a virtue, and you will need it here. This is where most people mess up. They test a food at breakfast, feel bloated at lunch, and blame the chicken. No, be the detective. For the next 48 hours, watch for bloating, gas, pressure, brain fog, joint pain, skin itching, headaches, anxiety or irritability, fatigue after eating, heartburn, constipation or diarrhea, pelvic discomfort or bladder irritation. Any of these tell you the food isn't a good match right now. If you feel fine, move on to step 3. Measure is up next. Measure does not mean calories. It means how much can I tolerate? How often can I tolerate it? Does the reaction grow with larger amounts? Some women tolerate food at 2 bites, but not a full serving. Some tolerate a food once a week, but not daily. Some foods don't create immediate reaction, but cause symptoms after 48 hours because of fermentation or delayed immune response. This step is where you learn your boundaries without guilt. Now let's understand that not all plants are equal, and the order you reintroduce them matters. Phase 1, start with the gentle plants. These are lower risk. Peeled cucumber, peeled yellow squash, cucumber with no seeds, iceberg lettuce, butter lettuce, small amounts of cooked berries, avocado if tolerated. These are your soft fiber, low irritant, easier plants. Stay in this phase for 2 to 4 weeks. Phase 2, the medium risk plants. Start here only after phase 1 feels stable. This would include cooked green beans, well-cooked broccoli or cauliflower, peeled apples that are cooked, butternut squash, acorn squash, peeled or cooked pears, sautéed mushrooms. These have more fiber, more plant compounds, more potential irritation, but many women do fine if they add them slowly. Now, phase 3 is the high-risk plants. These are the plant foods that commonly trigger symptoms after 50. Beans and lentils, nuts and nut flours, chia, flax, quinoa, peppers, nightshades, meaning tomatoes, eggplants, and potato, raw vegetables, salads, onions and garlic, cruciferous vegetables, raw or uncooked, spinach, almonds, and oats. These foods aren't bad, they're simply reactive for many midlife guts. If you want them back, test them individually and slowly. Part 5. The signs a food isn't for you, at least for now. Your body is clear if you listen. If you experience any of the following after reintroducing a plant food, it's not a right now food. You suddenly look bloated, your stomach gets hard, your rings feel tight, you wake up with stiffness, your mood dips, your energy tanks, you get skin irritation, your digestion becomes irregular, your bladder gets irritated. This isn't restriction, this isn't punishment, this is communication and understanding between you and your body. And you always get to decide what to do with that information. Now, moving into part 6, how long until your gut can handle more? This is the question that everyone asks. The answer? It depends on your inflammation level when you start, your stress, your sleep, your mineral status, your past diet, and your hormone levels. But generally, most women need 4 to 12 weeks of gut rest before they can reliably start to test the low inflammatory plant foods. And here's the good news. The calmer your gut becomes, the more foods that you can tolerate later. This is not elimination forever, although some of us choose that option. This is elimination with a plan. Now moving into part 7, the empowerment close. Now understand this series isn't about fear. It isn't about cutting food groups. It isn't about rules or labels. It's about helping you understand why your body reacts the way that it does and giving you a roadmap so that you're not guessing or Googling or feeling confused even more. You're not sensitive. You're not high maintenance. You're not getting old. You're a smart woman learning the language of her own body. And once you learn that language, you can eat in a way that feels freeing, not frustrating. Now, if this episode gave you that, wow, I finally understand my body moment, then I'm so glad that you stuck with this entire series. The Plant Myth Files was designed to empower you with clarity, confidence, and real science without the fear, confusion, or diet dogma. And now that you understand which plants help and which plants hurt, what happens next? We jump into a series about your metabolism, because understanding why your gut reacts is step 1, but understanding how to support your hormones, energy, and fat loss after 50 is next level. So keep an eye out for my next series or head to my channel playlist where everything is organized for you. Whether it's already up or dropping soon, I've got you. And as always, be good to yourself, be good to others, and keep loving life over 50.